Welcome to Foosball, where everyone's an underwear model. This episode, we're all taking our shirts off.
Like who?
Tim Tebow, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Literally, when he went to New York, the first thing all of New York Skyline was just full of Tim Tebow with his shirt off, like doing underwear ads.
I remember so little about Tim Tebow, and I'm really glad that I do.
I'm glad I don't remember that.
Yeah. This is the Denver Broncos trivia.
I remember he hit like 0.89 for like the Mets in spring training one year.
That's right. He went and played baseball for a while after, then played for the Jets and stuff. But this is the Denver Broncos trivia. Okay, let's go to Dave first. Dave, what are you excited about? What are you thinking about during this Denver Broncos trivia? What are you looking forward to?
Seeing how many questions we have about a certain Super Bowl against Green Bay. See if we got any
There is
questions.
zero questions about
I was going to say, I bet he did zero. I would bet, Dave,
those questions in this.
There's more questions about the type of underwear Tebow modeled than about that.
The thing is that the Broncos have a gigantic history of many interesting things. That Super Bowl is not interesting in any way. The only interesting part was that like Brett Favre skunked it up at the end.
He did. That he did.
Derek, what are you looking forward to for this quiz?
The whatever cultural questions you came up with.
The cultural questions.
We all know it's going to be cultural.
Here's a nice, and these are very kind, generous questions, very loving questions about the Broncos.
Okay.
Question number 1, guys, get ready with your buzzers.
I'm ready, buzzers and stuff.
What career did John Elway seriously consider before joining the NFL? Neckbeard.
He was baseball.
That is correct. Oh, wait, I got to get my piece of paper. Here we go. Let's flip the piece of paper around so we can get this going.
Just like the other much better quarterback in Denver, Russell Wilson, also almost played baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a very forgettable time in our lives. We're just gonna
sure gave up a lot of draft picks for that
all
guy.
Right,
is that a question?
No. Those are obvious things that we all know and despise.
Yeah.
But,
fair enough.
Okay. Question number 2. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
What kind of business did John Elway build into a multi-million-dollar empire? Elway sucks horse. You were buzzing for
Dave, just put your damn name.
Well, I remember when we were driving down to Tucson when we were moving out there, we were driving through Denver. It was like 1 a.m. Road construction was terrible. We got sick of hearing all the commercials for John Elway Auto that we switched over to the Latin station.
You are correct.
Listened to the good music for about 10 minutes, and then we heard one Elway Autobus who's like, screw this, shut off the radio, drove in silence.
Oh, he ended up selling those dealerships. I think he made like $80 million profit or something.
No, he made it. Everyone knows he's got dealerships.
Everyone knows they all wanted to buy his dealerships. Okay. So what alternate league team did Elway co-own after retiring? Was it the LA Extreme of the XFL, the Las Vegas Outlaws of the UFL, the Colorado Crush of the Arena Football League, or the Texas Twisters of the Spring League? Dave.
I think it was the Outlaws.
That is not correct.
I'm going to say the Colorado Crush.
That is correct.
He keeps everything in Denver, baby. Everything,
and I think they won the Arena Football League championship that year, so he takes full credit for that. He likes taking credit for things, like drafting quarterbacks.
Lots of terrible quarterbacks, yeah.
Why did Elway refuse to play for the Colts in 1983, forcing a trade to Denver? Was it A, they didn't offer enough money? B, he didn't trust the front office or coaching staff? C, he preferred Chief?
Didn't trust the front office or coaching staff.
That's correct.
I thought it was.
Couldn't remember if it was a particular coach like Schottenheimer, like Eli did.
Yeah, they just had a bad team.
Yeah,
coach.
Yeah, Baltimore was pretty bad back in those days. So,
I think they were in Indianapolis by then, 83 maybe. But
they were still. I thought they were still in Baltimore, but maybe you're right. Maybe they were in Indianapolis.
Okay, so question 5 is 2-2 right now. What did John Elway say to defend signing Casey Keenum to a massive deal? A, he's got leadership. B, we needed stability. C, we think he's the missing piece. Or D, have you seen his beard, neck beard?
We think he's the missing piece.
That is correct.
Yeah.
After the Vikings.
Yeah. Just like a
missing piece to a Super Bowl is
Case Keenum, the legend.
He's a decent quarterback, but he's not, Peyton Manning.
Denver Broncos legend. Case Keenum.
Broncos manager. All right, question 6. What did John Elway once say about drafting quarterbacks despite flaming out with everyone other than Peyton Manning?
Oh, man.
A, I've learned a lot. B, we're due for a hit. C, I don't miss. D, the tall ones are the safest. Neckbeard.
So we know he likes tall quarterbacks, so I'm going to say the tall ones are the safest.
It's not correct.
Dang it.
What was the second one?
I'll tell you them again. A is I've learned a lot. B, we're due for a hit. C, I don't miss.
We're due for a hit.
Nope. C, I don't miss.
Oh, what?
There's a common running theme you'll see in here that he's possibly the most arrogant person ever to live. Like, you think Aaron Rodgers is arrogant? Meet John Elway.
Didn't draft Peyton. Like, he signed him. Like, he has not drafted a single decent
That's the thing, is he pretty much screwed up nearly everything he did.
Yeah.
Other than Peyton.
And even then, that wasn't Peyton's first pick. It was he went to San Francisco and Harbaugh turned him off. Otherwise,
they're finally good now that he's gone. Do you know what I mean?
There was a lot of information I found out about him being very arrogant at all times of his entire life, but whatever, it is what it is. So question 7. Which of Tim Tebow's feats was most important? Number 1, he wore eye black John 3:16 under his eyes.
Dave buzzed in.
Dave,
he got everyone to check out his junk in Times Square. in the underwear ad.
That is correct.
It is correct.
It doesn't.
I do want to tell you what the options were. Number 1 was he wore John 3:16 on his eye black, which ended up being 94 million hits on Google.
Yikes!
Which is like maybe a record for the NFL.
That's pretty
good.
And
number B was his win over Pittsburgh, which got 41.9 million TV viewers. I mean, and number 3 is in 2013, he was like in Forbes' most influential sports athlete on the planet, over Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt.
Yikes. On the planet? No.
And D, when he was shirtless showing his junk in New York City. Dave, it's now tied.
3-3, right? Cultural.
3-3.
Cultural. All right, here's another fun one.
Denver Broncos.
Can you rank the most famous Broncos quarterbacks of all time from pure fame? All right. And here's the 4 that you can pick from: Jake Plummer, John Elway, Tim Tebow, and Peyton Manning. So you have to rank them 1
least
to 4.
to most or most to least?
Most to least?
For most famous to least.
So I'll say Tim Tebow, Peyton Manning, John Elway, Jake Plummer.
Incorrect. Dave, do you want to try?
Manning, Tebow, Elway, Plummer.
That is correct.
Nice. Manning
is very scientific according to some stat on the internet.
Good. All right. I'm glad Manning beat out Tebow because
that's part of the reason I put it in there, because I just wanted to.
Tebow shouldn't
it's just nice to hear he's above Elway, though.
Yeah. They're both.
And also show that Elway's number 3.
It'd be awesome if Plummer was above Elway.
I really wanted just to make Plummer number 1 and just lie. I could have changed it to be funny, like, what's the most famous quarterback that was cool? All right. So what did Elway say about Joe Flacco that Broncos fans still haven't forgiven him for? Was it, he's a Super Bowl champ, enough said? B, he's got experience? C, he's just hitting his prime? D, he's basically Peyton but taller? Neckbeard.
That last one is really good, but I'm gonna say he's just hitting his prime.
That's correct.
Yeah,
I remember him actually saying that,
and I think he was like 35 or something.
Yeah. Hey, and then look, he went to the Browns and did pretty good. So he he just was terrible for Elway. Like, it just proves that no matter what Elway does is wrong. In other circumstances, they might be true.
He just hitting his prime. Oh my gosh!
All right.
Elway.
Question 10, and here we're going to go back to one of our favorites, the Snake. What job did Jake the Snake Plummer pursue after he quit football at 32 years old? Was it ESPN analyst, professional handball player, and mushroom farmer? C, snake breeder. D, anti-helmet activist? Neckbeard.
The snake farmer and
the mushroom
farmer, and he's a professional handball player.
Handball player and mushroom farmer. Yeah, I knew he made mushrooms. I don't know where I read that somewhere, but yeah, good for him.
Yeah, he's a professional handball player.
Yeah.
What doesn't Jake the Snake do? Everything he does is cool. All right.
Yeah. Did I say professional snake handler? Of course he is. That goes in his name. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. Also, I was going to put a question about what was the name of his bar, but we all know it was the Snake Pit. So
yeah,
that's like easy. That was not even. That's just stupid. Even ask.
No.
What scandal involved Peyton Manning's wife? A. She was linked to a steroids dealer. B. She ran a supplements business. C. Packages of HGH allegedly were delivered to her name, and I believe that was in college. D. She was caught bench pressing more than Peyton. Wait, sorry, I didn't see who buzzed.
That was me. HGH.
Yeah, it was HGH. In college, he had HGH shipped to her house.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah. As soon as you said that was in college, it kind of tipped it.
Yeah, you kind of gave it away.
I think it was before they were married, so he thought he could get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Question 12. We're actually tied now, 5-5. This is
5-5.
This is very exciting.
On the John Elway culture cruise. Let's go.
What did quarterback Chad Kelly do that got him cut from the team immediately in 2018? Was it he posted a photo of the playbook? B, he broke into a stranger's house dressed as a cowboy and sat on their couch? C, he fought Von Miller in practice? D, he flipped off a camera during a preseason game?
I'll go with B. It's so weird and specific.
He broke into a stranger's house, a cowboy on their couch. And the thing about that is he was at Von Miller's party, and he left the party and just went to some strange random person's house and just sat on their couch. Von Miller liked to throw a lot of parties, but this guy, I think he was a rookie, and he just couldn't handle his
reaction. Oh, sure.
And he got cut from the team. He didn't like threaten anybody? He just hung out at their house?
He just got arrested for it, and he just got cut from the team because I think he was like the third string quarterback or fourth string quarterback or something.
Wow.
You know?
What a story.
Yeah. What a thing to be known for. And they had a party where they're all dressed like cowboys. Okay. So how did Shannon Sharpe once bring the sideline phone to a blowout game? Why did he bring the phone or use the phone? Was it to call his mom? Oh, sorry, neckbeard.
No, it was to call the president to bring in the guard to
call the National Guard.
Call the National Guard because we're whipping them. We're killing these guys. Call it a National Guard. I remember that clip. It was hilarious. So
he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
All right, here's a stat question. Who is the only Bronco receiver to have multiple 1,400-yard or more seasons? Was it Ed McCaffrey, Rod Smith, Demaryius Thomas, or Brandon Lloyd? Neckbeard.
Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I was drawing a blank on his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a weird, funky name.
Rod Smith had to be close a couple times, though. He had a ton of good seasons.
Yeah.
But they ran the ball a lot back then, too.
Oh, yeah.
Question 16. Who replaced John Elway as starting quarterback after he retired? Was it A, Brian Griese, B, Jake Plummer, C, Jay Cutler, or D, Kyler Orton? Dave.
Griese.
That's correct.
It was Griese. Yep. Dang it. I knew that.
We're tied again.
Quick on the buzzer. Quick on the buzzer.
Good old Bronco legend Brian Griese. Question 17. What Broncos defensive back made the game-sealing pick six against Tampa Bay in the 2005 playoffs? Was it Patrick Surtain, Champ Bailey, Dre Bly, or Dominique Foxworth?
Champ.
That is correct.
Yep, Champ Bailey. Dang it. You beat me again, Dave.
How many touchdown passes did Peyton Manning throw in 2013? Was it 51? Dave.
55.
That is correct. Dave.
Good job, Dave. Yep. Good job, Dave. Yep. I thought it was 54, so I was going to get it wrong anyway, but it was 55. Pretty good.
54 was not one of the answers, so you might have gotten it right if you got through them.
No, I literally was going to buzz in right after he did, so I would have gotten it wrong. But yeah.
What Bears coaching legend was the Broncos head coach during their Super Bowl XLV3 blowout? Dave.
Oh, I totally read this wrong. I just say Vic Fangio.
That is not correct. Derek, do you want to hear the rest of it?
Yeah, let me hear the rest of it.
So the question is, what Bears coaching legend was a Broncos head coach? And when I say Bears coaching legend, that means like he coached the Bears also. He was the Broncos head coach during their Super Bowl XLV3 blowout loss to the Seahawks. Was it Gary Kubiak, John Fox, Vance Joseph, or Josh McDaniel?
It was John Fox.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right, Derek, you're catching up. That's a good one. That one's hard to remember with all those coaches in there.
All those terrible Bear coaches, yeah.
I did take a page out of Dave's book and seek a Bears thing in there. Okay.
Hey, good job, yeah.
Which wide receiver played alongside both John Elway and Jake Plummer and won 2 Super Bowls? Was it A. Rod Smith, B. Ed McCaffrey, C. Brandon Dave?
McCaffrey?
That's correct.
Yep. Good job. Quick on the buzzer today, Dave. Quick on the buzzer.
All right, question 21. Be ready, guys. Who was the MVP of Super Bowl 50? Was it
Neckbeard?
Super Bowl 50 was Von Miller.
That's correct.
Yep.
All right,
nice.
I almost bust out Terrell Davis because I thought it was, and I was like, oh, he's not going to ask about that Super Bowl.
No, he ain't.
This is my favorite question of the entire thing. John Elway lost 3 Super Bowls in a row. What is the combined amount of points he lost by in those 3 games?
Oh, Jesus, 100 what?
Is it A, 19, B, 58, C, 96, or D, 69?
Neckbeard.
96.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I had a ballpark. I knew it was near 100.
I knew it was definitely a lot because it was like 30-ish each.
That has to be a record or something.
Oh, yeah. It's embarrassingly bad. But, he don't miss. He don't miss. So you don't miss by 32 points.
Super Bowl, not the later ones.
Yeah.
Because I get to make the questions on this. The game is now tied. It's
fantastic. 10-10.
So this is, you can't say I'm not cultured. What was the Broncos' original team color in 1960? Was it navy blue, brown and mustard yellow, lime green, or just glitter and vibes?
It was brown and mustard yellow.
That is correct, Derek.
Yeah,
right.
I think glitter and vibes would be a great scheme. Just do it. Somebody do it. Glitter
You'd be competing with the Cowboys at that point.
Maybe they're just running on vibes.
It just sounds like the name of a good strip joint.
It does.
All right.
John Elway probably owns that strip joint.
Derek is up by 1 point.
Cowboys are there.
What legendary Bronco is known for wearing a gigantic cowboy hat and once calling himself a country-ass dude? Is it Champ Bailey, Ed McCaffrey, Terrell Davis, or Rod Smith?
I'm going to say Terrell Davis.
That's correct.
Yeah.
He's a country-ass dude. You are up by 2 points right now.
I did not know he said that, but I do remember him wearing cowboy hats.
Another historical legendary Bronco moment in history. Who caught the drive touchdown pass from Elway in the 1986 AFC Championship game in the big comeback? Was it Vance Joseph, Mark Jackson, Shannon Sharp, or Ed McCaffrey?
Mark Jackson. No, he's
Mark Jackson is correct.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
You guys are doing really good at this one. This is the final and 25th question. Very important. Who ranks 3rd all-time in Denver Broncos receiving yards with 8,439? Is it Rod Smith,
Neckbeard,
Demarius Thomas, Ed McCaffrey, or Shannon Sharp? Neckbeard.
I'm going to say Shannon Sharp.
It is correct.
Yes.
Oh, nicely done.
Shay Daddy. Shay Daddy for the W.
I had to give him a shout out at the last question for being the 3rd all-time receiver as a tight end.
That was a really close game, though, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
I was struggling a little bit with the John Elway historical questions, but like, after
it's not something that you remember a lot of, unless you live in Denver. It's a big thing here, obviously. People just obsess over John Elway, but outside the rest of the world, maybe not quite as much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most of us just hate him.
I mean, the Tim Tebow thing stretched a large and wide, but I was really curious. I was trying to go scour the internet. Who is the most famous quarterback? Because like between John Elway, Tim Tebow, and Manning, that's kind of hard to figure out, right? But you think about it, Peyton Manning's on TV all the time.
All the time. All the time. No, Peyton Manning, deservedly so. He's actually pretty funny. So,
I love the Manning cast. Whenever that's on, I do not put on anything else.
Like Tim Tebow did have the peak for like the moment in time when he had the most, but like over time, Peyton Manning like just blows him out of the water.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Tim Tebow still beats John Elway.
Thank God. Really? Seriously?
Yeah, I guess that's just how it is. I mean, you know what I mean? He's a calm, like humble guy. He's not in the news a lot talking about like quarterbacks.
That goes and talks about Jehovah in front of a bunch of people. But he's calm and
Well,
good for Tim Tebow.
And what is it that Russell Wilson says? Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Okay, guys. Well, sorry there was no Russell Wilson questions. I figured you already had enough of him. Like, you know how to, he says, let's ride. That's what you do. So giddy up and buck 'em Broncos.